6 games on tap today in the association, and I've got them all for you. You're in the jungle, Jack. Let's go. Off the jump, it's our best bet for the show, today's daily sizzler, and we're taking the Portland Blazers minus 6.5 at home over the Memphis Grizzlies. Portland is very healthy right now. Denny Avdia should be back, Drew Holiday's playing, and Jeremy Grant is playing as well. And when Portland is healthy like that, they're dangerous, especially at home. In fact, with those 3 guys I mentioned in the lineup, the Blazers are 83% against the spread in home games this season, and that includes wins straight up over the Thunder and the Nuggets with Jokic. The Grizzlies just traded away their best player, and Jaren Jackson Jr., Zach Edey's hurt, Ty Jerome's out hurt, Brandon Clark's hurt, and even with those guys, the Grizzlies have been overvalued by the books on the road. Memphis just 44% against the spread on the road this season, and their point differential over their last 5 road games is at -8. The Portland Blazers are today's daily sizzler. Treat the videos like a menu. Take what you want and leave what you don't. If you're looking for my single best bet of the day, you can get that for $5. It's called my $5 favorite, and the link for it is in the comment section. If you're looking for more than that, if you want to bet everything that I'm betting, if you want to roll with what I'm rolling with every single day, you can do that by becoming a Jungle member at silverbackjungle.com or texting free trial to the number on your screen. Now we go to Boston with the Heat catching 6.5 points, taking on the Celtics. The over-under is 227.5. Both teams coming relatively healthy, minus Tyler Hero. Third meeting of the season, Boston won the first 2. They won by 13 in Boston as a 7.5 point favorite, and they won by 5 in Miami as a 2.5 point favorite. Boston has had the Heat's number. Dating back to last season, they've beaten and covered the spread in 5 of the 6 games against the Heat. Now, this is also an extreme contrast of styles. Miami plays at the fastest tempo in the NBA. That means most possessions. Boston plays at the slowest tempo in the NBA. Now, it doesn't mean good or bad for either team. It's just a different style. But what does matter is that when you have a fast tempo team playing an extremely slow tempo defensive team, almost always the slower team controls the pace, and that's what Boston's been doing to teams all season long. The Celtics have the best point differential in the Eastern Conference, and they have a point differential of plus 7.8 per game in their last 8 home games. I'm taking the Celtics minus the points, and I like Jaylen Brown over 36.5 PRA. He has a median of 41 PRA over his last 10 games. Another great game in the East, Knicks minus 1.5 at Detroit. The over-under 222.5. Number 1 in the East versus number 2 in the East. New York has won 8 straight games, and during that time have a point differential of plus 21.5 per game. Almost unheard of. Detroit's coming off an embarrassing home loss last night. They were embarrassed to the Wizards. And this is now a team in a focused spot. You know, if you watch my videos, you know I like this. We get the Pistons in a focused spot, getting a 1.5 at home, where they're 20-6 straight up this season. They've covered this number of plus 1.5 in 79% of home games. And they've beaten the Knicks in Detroit already by 31 in January. I think Detroit comes out blazing and maintains the lead with a defense that's number 1 in blocks, number 1 in steals, and number 1 in assist to turnover ratio. I like the Pistons with the 1.5 at home, and I like Cade Cunningham over 24.5 points. He has a median of 29 points over his last 5 games. Went through a stretch where he wasn't shooting, but now he's back to shooting again. I like the Pistons, and I like Cade today. Indiana minus 1.5 at Milwaukee. Well, because it's on the schedule. Over under 223.5. Both teams are bad, Jack, but Indiana has only won 3 road games this season. Imagine that, just 3-20 straight up on the road. Milwaukee has at least won 11 home games. They're 11-12 at home. Milwaukee's also in better current form. They've won 2 straight. Indiana's lost 2 straight and have a point differential of -7 per game in their last 7 road games. And Milwaukee plays better against bad teams. The Bucks are 4-1 against their spread. Their last 5 games versus teams that have a bottom 10 scoring defense. And the Pacers are one of those teams. I would take the 1.5 with the home team reluctantly, and I would consider Ryan Rollins over 30.5 PRA. He's over this in 4 of his last 5 with a median of 36 PRA per game. Pelicans plus 9.5 at Minnesota. The over-under 236.5. I would take the points with the Pelicans here. It's a lot of points, and this is a number that New Orleans has covered in 9 of their last 10 games, including over the Pistons, the Thunder, and the Spurs. They've covered this number. in their last 10. Minnesota has failed to cover this number of minus 9.5 in 60% of their home games this season. I would take the points with the Pelicans, and I consider Jeremiah Fears of New Orleans over 10.5 points. He's played 2 games against the Wolves this season. He's put up 21 and 20 points in those games. In the last game tonight is the Clippers minus 3.5 at Sacramento, over under 222.5. I would play the under here. Clippers are the second slowest paced team in the NBA. Even against teams that give up a lot of points, like the Kings certainly do, the under tends to hit in Clippers games. In fact, the under has hit in 8 of the Clippers' last 10 games against bottom 10 scoring defenses, teams that people ordinarily put up a lot of points on. So I would play the under. Not my favorite game on the schedule, but if you're looking for something from me here, I would play the under 222.5, and I would consider DeAndre Hunter under 15.5 points and assists. Have a great day, Jungle Nation. Thank you for all your support. Make sure you're subbed up to the channel so you get the content as soon as it drops every day. And I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.